This election as a turning point, like a fork in the road of destiny, that is incredibly important. I've not been politically active until this election, and the reason I've been politically active this election is because I think if we don't elect Trump, I think we will lose. We will lose democracy in this country. We will lose the two-party system, and let me explain why. So there's only like six or seven swing states. The margin of victory in those states is small, often like 10 or 20,000 votes, all the way down to the splashdown. And then the other thing we're hoping to achieve is obviously a more robust heat shield. So last time the ship actually did make it to the Pacific Ocean, or kind of like the border of the Indian and the Pacific Ocean, and it did like the engines, and actually the ship did achieve a soft landing, but we lost a lot of heat shield tiles, and it's kind of amazing that the ship did make it to a soft water landing, and that it made it all the way to the surface and also splashed down intact. However, because of damage to because of lost tiles, and I mean, we're basically like two skeleton. The forward flaps were so melted, they were like trying to control with like little skeleton hands. But it managed to make it, but it didn't get to the exact right location. So because it lost the control authority, it was about I think 6 miles or so off course from its landing location. So this time, obviously, we want the heat shield to survive intact, and the flaps to have full control authority and land at not just land softly in the ocean, but land. What the Democrat administration has been doing is importing vast numbers of illegals into swing states. You can look at the numbers on the actual government website. I mean, you don't take my word for it. You'll just look at the numbers as reported by the government, which is controlled by the Democrats. And what we're seeing is triple-digit increases in the number of illegals in every swing state. Some cases, 700% increases. These are gigantic numbers. So if you have a state that has a 10 or 20,000 vote margin, and you put 200,000 illegals into that state, you 10x you swamp the. It's not a swing state anymore. It's going to vote blue, and then once the swing states vote blue, there is no election anymore at the exact right location. The ship landing is the tough part, meaning like that's because the ship has a heat shield and it's really designed to survive entry, not to sort of vaporize. It comes down very much intact, and so we need to make sure that for the ship that the reliability of the heat shield is extremely high, and that the flaps and that it can steer to a very precise landing location. Because if it were to break up of a populated area, there's some possibility of debris hitting, damaging property or people, and so we want to be really confident that the ship heat shield is super robust and lands at the exact right location. So before we try to bring the ship back to the launch site, we'll probably want to have at least 3 successful landings of the ship. And the ship heat shield this time is substantially upgraded. I'd say it's at least twice as good. Well, in some cases like infinitely better, and has a secondary heat shield behind the primary heat shield. So that's probably a longer explanation than maybe you're looking for, but that's what we're hoping to achieve. Is I think we've got probably a 50% chance-ish of catching the booster, and then probably better than 50%, maybe 60, 70% chance of the ship heat shield remaining intact on this.
They just want to win. They just want to win.
Correct. Like the thing is, one does not need actually any grand conspiracy theory for this. You just have to look at the simple matter of incentives. If the Democrat Party wants to win, like basically achieve permanent victory, all they need to do is turn the swing states. Turn the swing states blue, they have permanent victory. And then we're a one-party state, and then they will keep doing that. Obviously, they will keep stacking the deck by bringing in vast numbers of illegals into the swing states. Keep stacking it so that the next election, each successive election, will be worse than the last one. And that's what's happening. And if you want to see is this actually going to happen? Look at California. California is supermajority Dem, 70% Dem. A month ago, they passed a law making it illegal to show ID in any election in California. So a friend of mine went to vote in Palo Alto. He was like, "Is this for real?" He tried to show his ID, and they reacted like if you show a cross to a vampire. They're like, "No, we can't even look at that ID." It is illegal for them to even look at your ID if you want to present it in California.
Why?
Or any election at all, even like city council. We are extremely rare. We're an outlier in not requiring ID. Basically, almost every country on earth requires ID to vote. So as soon as you ban ID for voting, it makes fraud impossible to prove. Because how do you trace the fraud?
Right. Yeah, it's insane.
It's insane.
It's insane.
And what I'm saying is that
how is it legal?
What I'm saying is like This election is the last chance to preserve democracy in America. Mark my words. Everything they accuse Trump of, they are guilty of. And if Trump doesn't win, this will be the last real election in America. And we will, if the